Okay, so I'm going to try to do this video as quickly as possible. Basically what I'm doing is I'm taking a 4 GB Xbox and I'm going to put 20 gig hard drive in there for my old Xbox. I know you guys heard of these videos before, but what I found out is when people put the hard drives in there, there's nothing to brace the hard drive because you don't have the special enclosure that comes with the 250 GB hard drive. So hard drive tends to bevel around, I guess, back and forth with any inside bouncing back and forth. And I have kids, and maybe if my Xbox gets bumped or God forbid knocked over, I don't want the hard drive to become dislodged or whatever. So let's get started. What I have here is pretty much these are going to brace. I'm trying to get in the camera. I'm doing this with my iPhone. So these are pretty much going to brace the hard drive in the inside. So actually I got this from the footing that comes with the Xbox 360, the 4 gig, and the other one. So basically you notice when you opened up your system you had these guys in there. They had like another part in there, and each one was on each end of the 360. So I basically just cut this middle portion out, and it's nice styrofoamy, and it's going to brace the hard drive in the inside. So let's get started. Okay, first for the hard drive you need Torque 6 is what I'm using. So you can find this anywhere. So basically I'm going to start off with taking these screws out. This one screw. I don't have any way to edit my iPhone video, so try to do this so that it doesn't exceed, I don't know, 9 minutes or something like that. Get this screw out, it's being stubborn. Now what you also want is, and there's another screw underneath this sticker, which is what pretty much voids your warranty. What you also want, I got 3 tabs. 2 are going to go on each end of the hard drive, and 1 is going to go underneath the bay. So 2 for the hard drive, 1 for the bottom portion of the bay. I'll get to that in a second. But I'm going to use a hot glue gun to stick them. So I'm letting that warm up now. Now this kind of pops off. I've done it before, but it's been a long time. I had to fix a hard drive. And if you're not going to use it again, you can, okay, well, that's one way to do it. Spring just came out pieces. I'll throw that on the floor. I'll clean it up later. And there we go. So now you have this right here. And I'm looking at the torques here. These are pretty big torques. So I'm going to flip this over. And I'm looking at, I got a T9. I'm going to try to do it with the T9 so I don't have to leave. Oh, look at that. The T9 is perfect. So T6 and T9. Get you where you need to be. I notice a lot of shadows in here. I don't have the best lighting in this place. So hopefully my hot glue gun is getting where it needs to be. Again, I'm just going to knock stuff aside, and I'm going to clean this stuff up after I'm done with you guys. So these screws, just put over here. Oh, there they go on the floor. This is what you end up with. You see that in there? You see the connector right there? It's basically a SATA drive. I'd save that connector. Might be good for something else later on. Especially if you want to connect it back to the old Xbox 360. You can basically just take it out, connect this portion right there, and connect that bad boy, and you're good to go. Ah! Okay, it's gone. Okay, I have no idea what that was in the house. So let's get to the good stuff, shall we? Now, here's my 4 GB model. Now, the way I like to do this is I like to turn it so that the fan is toward me, and then turn it upside down. So fan lets out the heat towards you, and it's turned upside down. Because I know a lot of people from another video I saw, they're like, which way is the hard drive facing in there? Now this I never can do right. I don't have any nails. Alright, so that little tab right there releases that. I'm pretty sure you guys know that by now, and then that pops out. Let me move this a little closer. Okay, now you see what you got in there? You see the bay? This is just basically a laptop hard drive I put in there. same difference, 2x5, but as you see how it can wiggle around, so you got space in between here, space in between there, and you got space, physical space in between there also. So let me take this out first. So my hands are too big. I'm going to use pair pliers. Come on. Try not to tear up anything. Got a little grip on it and popped it out. Okay, let's get rid of that. Now I'm going to go get the glue gun. So I'm back with my messy glue gun. So I'm going to take the little strips I have and put a little glue on one of the strips. Just a little dab, like that. So I got a little dab of glue. I want to put it on that. So I'll put it right here. That shouldn't hurt anything, right? Alright, on the other side, put a little glue right there, right? Try to get it pretty much on the same spot. So there we go. That ain't the same spot. That's nowhere near it. Anyway, I'm going to take my last little piece. I'm going to go ahead and put a little dab of glue. Now, the good thing about glue is if you get the right glue, you can just pull this stuff off later on. It's going to be strong enough to hold, but it's also where you can just peel it off. So if you got to turn your 360 in because it had another problem or anything like that, you can just take that stuff off, but it'll hold pretty well. So here we go. We got the little thin strip I cut out, and we got the hard drive with the 2 on there. Now, the reason why I turn the fan toward me is because it lets me kind of know the position of where the SATA ports are. So I know that if I turn my hard drive this way, yeah, if I turn the hard drive with the label facing me, I have the small port on my right side and the bigger port on my left side. So I'm going to try to get this in here. It's going to take some wiggling, but you'll be able to feel it pop in place when you get a chance. Get my little glue strings off of this. Retarded. So okay, wiggle around for it. Wiggling around for it, and I think that's it. So now, as you see, I got equal space right here and equal space right here. I think it's pretty much secure in place. I'm going to check it in a minute. So last of all, I'm going to go ahead, tap back on, and that top is going to fill that other gap in there that's right here between that. So even if it does get jarred, it's going to go up against this cushion. So let's put that on there like that. And I can feel a little, just a little bit of resistance where that fit, but it still fits snug in place. Now I'm going to go and connect this. You guys can follow me.